Hi there everyone, we are here at Forest Edge, you can see it in the background. It's Sunday morning, so we had practice yesterday, but we got a fun day of racing ahead of us here for round 3 of the FP4K Championship, so let's get into the action.
Right everyone, let's get into some racing action. So unfortunately the GoPro file decided to corrupt for Heat 1, so I'll fill you in on that one quickly. Started 18th and finished 14th, but we'll get this one underway here. We started P2 for Heat 2, so as we get off the line there, losing one place off the line, so not a great start. One of the other heavyweight drivers, Steve Foster, managed to get in front of us there off the start. As you can see, trying out a bit of a different camera angle here at Forest. So this is mounted on top of the engine, so it's on a Rotax you can put the GoPro on top of the radiator, so you get probably a better angle than what you get here, but obviously a good perspective to look at some of the racing films and get nice and close up behind Steve there into the bus stop. This is a tricky corner coming up here as you sweep round there and we dive the inside here. So we are back up to where we started in P2, which is a great opening lap there, losing one place but then gaining it back. As you can see, the strips of rubber coming off the front tyre there, so tyres moving around and sliding nicely. So we run the Duro tyre in FP4, so you can see them in action here. Quite a little bit of Forest over the weekend, which was good. Chris is darting off into the distance there, so he is checking out and going. But we are still in P2, which is a great result. Obviously, with two classes being run, the light drivers at 165 kilos or thereabouts, and then the heavies at 179 or above. So we are carrying a 14 kilo disadvantage minimum to some of these drivers. So it is a good result to be keeping up with Chris. We seem to actually get a little bit closer as we come towards the end of this lap. And on to the next lap. So the car was running good at this point. The stand goes past the inside there, so one of the light drivers getting past and up the inside, and then he just slots in onto the back straight, so we tuck in behind him. As I said, the car was running good in practice. Got rid of the gremlins from the last round. As Martin going past and Alan, so those two having a good round. Another two lightweight drivers getting through at the bus stop there, or up the hill and into the bus stop. Alan checking behind to see where I am. No, it's alright, Alan. I have dropped back a bit. We'll jump forward a little bit into this race, so you can see kind of what happened. So we will come around this corner now, and then we'll jump a little bit further forward so you can kind of see what happened in the race. As Glenn goes past. So Glenn goes past, we come down the hill, you've got Martin and bumps and over a curve there. And then we come back up the hill. And there goes Gav going past. We move over and let Gav over the space. Gav gives us a thumbs up. Chase behind to see where I am. We tuck in back behind Gav. So yeah, as I say, Kart was running really good at this point. So we come down the hill. Still the leading heavyweight as Gav goes up the inside. A little bit of contact. And we come to this final corner. Put on the brakes, and as we accelerate, the gremlin comes back. The chain slips. So we'll jump forward into Heat 3. And this is the action from Heat 3. As you can see, we're now on the wet tyres, so we had to change the tyres. I had to fix the chain issue, which was a lot of work. I basically spent an hour and a half to 2 hour gap between the sessions, between the end of Heat 2 and Heat 3. Completely changed everything on the car again. I changed the chain, sprocket protectors, realigned up the sprocket carrier, just to see if I could find out what it was, and by doing what I believe it was potentially a slightly bent chain is the reason why it slipped off. As we go around the outside here and get to the inside of crisp. So these wet tyres are working well on the opening lap, and as annoying as it was for E2 change up again and played with an issue of that at the moment. Hopefully, with a lot of people helping me out and having a look at it, and obviously shout out to Gav and AJ for having a look at it and giving their opinion on what was wrong with it. They both said it looks like the chain, or it could be the sprocket protector. There's a few things it could be. So they gave their opinion on it. Changed absolutely everything on the kart, as I said, at the rear end, and as you can see from now, it appears to have worked, because we are on the track and we did only make it with the skin of our teeth. So literally I sprinted with the car up to the pits, up to the dummy grid, and was just allowed out, but I had started back because they had already kind of sorted out the grids and everything, but that was fine. I was really late arriving there. So literally it was a case of put the car on the floor, jump in, and we were pretty much out on track. So I was just happy to actually make it out into Heat 3. As I said, I was going to use it more as a practice session, because it was really wide there. Trying to go around the outside of Steve. Steve just gets back in front of us there. I was going to use it as a practice session just to see if we'd fix the gremlins, which I thought we had. We had a good practice day. Everything was working fine, and then it came out to haunt us in Heat 2. It's one of those things. As frustrating as it is, we had a good drive in this heat. We went from 18th on the rims to 18th, 19th, because we started last, and we finished 15th. As you can see, the camera started to come a little bit loose, so it's tilting from side to side now. As it started to come a little bit loose from its mounting, I need to find out. I don't think the engine is a good place. You do get a good angle, but I don't think it's the ideal place to mount it on here. So for the fun was Alan spun there in the bus stop, and Steve just came round in there. So I thought for the final we would change things up and just get one of the lovely spectators. So Gav's wife Camilla kindly said she would hold the GoPro and film from the spectator stand here, which gives you obviously a great view. So as we get underway for the final, we started the final 15th. Everyone coming down the hill there. We made a couple of places, I think one place, maybe two places on lap 1. So feeling great build back in the slicks as well, so as you can see by the weather, a little bit of cloud around, a bit dark over there in the distance, but it's like cloud drying up enough to go back. So it was probably drying off towards the end of the race that we were on the wets. It was that crossover point. It was 50-50, I think. But so the first couple of laps that we were on those wets, it was a wet track, and then after that it dried very quickly. As you see, we're on around here to end lap 1, with Martin and Adam back. Sorry, Mark actually going down the hill. Great traffic. As you can see, this is where everyone coming up into the bus stop by those trees there, with the cars going past there, and then it goes off up to, I like to call it the top corner. I don't know what the actual official name of it is. And then you've got this downhill section where everyone's coming down now, and then it sweeps around to the right, and then the last corner, which is the tightest corner on the track, and then onto the short start finish straight. And then just come round here and into this really sweeping right now. It's supposed to go on forever. Martin now. So with Martin left, Adam then Angus at this point. You might see that on the video. And then we go just through up there. So we're probably in the mid-pack here at this point, which is good. Obviously, as I said, I was just happy to get on track after the issues I had and the problems. It was frustrating, but at this point we were running in P3 in the heavyweight class, which was a good return for missing out on finishing that second heat. I think when it went second heat, we were running 7th, which would have been a phenomenal result to finish there. But it wasn't meant to be. Frustrating. Martin put a massive gap there at the front through, and then we followed through just a second ago in that corner. And Steve just went to see as we come on through here. You see everyone just going up towards the back part of the track. It was a beautiful weekend for us. One of my favourite tracks to go to is Forest. The weather on the Saturday was phenomenal. It felt like the middle of summer. We had a great barbecue as a club on the Saturday night as well, which was great to get everyone together, have some great food and sit around and talk to everyone. It's one of the main plus points in FP4 is the community, is the group of drivers. Everyone just sits around, has a chat in the evenings, creates a great atmosphere. So, again, downhill through this one. As you can see the size of the curve on here, so you do not want to touch that blue bit under any circumstances, because it sends you into another postcode if you hit that. Pretty much sends the car straight on into that grass on the exit of the corner as well, so not a place you want to be going. But yeah, Martin created a massive lead-out gap there, so he's having a great race. Obviously won at mid in the first round, probably winning this one here as well. So he's really position there too. Matt in the background, so he's on 165 plus, so he's on the passes. I'll get hiding through the camera there. So if you haven't already, hit the like button on this video, and if you are new to the channel, by all means drop us a subscribe. It goes a long way helping us out here at the channel, and keeps us being able to bring you karting content like this and sim racing content as well. There is Josh in the Flora yellow colour coming through, so he was P1 in the 179 class. As you see him just coming through the second there. So he's in P1 in the class, and then James Harris will come through there from that he is P2 in that class, and then myself, I come through there, and I'm P3. Yeah, in that class, and Steve there 4, and then was out as well, so there's Andy 5. Also, but as you can see, then you've got Martin just coming round to finish out another lap. It was a good place to film from this camera angle. So you can see a bit of action there. You can see Georgie in front there, she's filming, so that's Martin. So she's obviously filming, going round, as I said, touching exactly maxes. With race win over the bell, a little bit handling, and only on the Sunday here as well, so rocked up and actually having a phenomenal 5% fun. So I don't know what happened there. They held up the green flag. I didn't see anything on the track, but whether someone spun it off the hill or something. But yeah, there goes Martin again. And then it's Little Pack follows him behind, and then Josh battling Glenn, and then Alan behind him. Then you can see that's James up and another 4, and then that's ourselves in kind of no man's land. And then Steve behind with a space in beside me and Steve have. And Andy just going through as well. I'll jump forward a little bit towards the end part of the race now. So the final was 9 minutes minutes plus a lap, so quite a long final. The heats were 7 minutes plus a lap, so it was an extra 3 minutes for the final, so quite a lot of driving and quite a lot of track time, which is nice, I suppose. Did mean in the final it did feel a bit like the tyres went off halfway through, so we kind of had to manage that a little bit, not push as hard because they were getting very slippery at the rear. So we kind of had to back off, let them both peak, and then they kind of came back towards the end of the race, I'd say. Felt able to push the last 3 laps or so. Being so usual for the 7 seconds more for me, as you can see the front depth at this stage a little bit. That's a very slippery rear plate. And then it came back to us after a couple of laps of not pushing extremely hard, obviously still pushing, it's just in the race, but not pushing massively. It was a case of them, once they come down, you felt like the grip comes back, and then pushed on a bit harder again for a couple of laps before them he gets back into them and they start sliding around again then. As you can see, the checker flag is out, so that was a great win there for Martin.
Second place goes to
And come off the podium, so that's in P3. James in P2, and then a great job from Josh taking his first win of the year for P1.
Thanks for coming down, guys. It's been great having you. Thank you.
So cheers everyone for watching this video. If you haven't already, check out the ones that are coming up on your screen now. We will be back later on this month with footage from the Kart Racers of Champions, but I will catch you in the next one. Cheers for watching.